Hello, everybody. Welcome to Hollywood Bets Gravel Wednesday. We're racing. We're starting race 2, which is the first leg of the bipot. And the early favourite, number 12, Master Bomber, is in the red to win. It's something like 7.5 to 10 to win the second race. Second choice is number 2, Silver Platter. And that's priced up at this point in time at 3 to 1. And then they bet 14 to 1 bar 2. So they're making it an absolute two-horse race. I can't tell you, we've got some information from the stable with regards to Nuck and Johnny, and it says returns from a 13-week break and is having his first run. It is an open maiden. He has to give weight away to the rest of the field. The son of Rabada takes a big step up to the 1800, which should suit him, and Sean Veal's riding him. They are expecting to see improvement. But all the talk, I guess, Len, is about this Glenn Kotson horse to win this race. Master Bomber, what have you heard and what do you like?
Yes, Clyde. Well, I haven't heard anything, but Master Bomber's form lines from the Cape seem to be far superior to the opposition he meets here today. And over the 1800, yes, he is drawn widest, but I don't think it'll be a problem over this distance. And I really think he'll take a lot of beating. Clearly, Silver Platter has the form to be, he looks to be second best, but I really expect Master Bomber to win.
Okay, Chad Little at this point in time will be doing the honours. Bank of the 12, Master Bomber in the first leg of Len's bipot. Place accumulator time now, the third race on the card on the Polly. The revamped Polly, going to be exciting to see how all that goes Wednesday afternoon. And number 1, Warza Nawa is the top of the boards at 33 to 10. 8 Julia Tango, second choice at 4 to 1. 9 to 2 about 4 Faiza. Number 6 1 Path is 6 to 1. 7 to 1 10 Flying Hafler. And the 7 Cadazora 8 to 1. You can get 12 to 1 and better about the balance. I think there's a bit of confidence from Peter Muscat, Len. He says here that she's ideally drawn Warza Nawa and in pole position, and Sean Veal's booked to ride. The daughter of Give Me the Green Light should have no issues going the distance, the 1800 metres, and she's in very good order with a promising effort expected. So there's a bit of confidence coming from the yard.
Well, I didn't know that, but I made it a very competitive fillies race. But she is definitely my first choice, and I think the 1800 will suit her down to the ground. So I expect her to be in the shake-up once again. But I feel that 4 runners, hopefully to try to make safe to be safe on the safe side.
Okay, well, we'll play it safe today. The place accumulator, Len, going all of 1 Warza Nawa. Number 2 on the card he's put in the play as well. Grand Occasion is at any price. The 4 is going into his PA Faiza, and the 8 has got to go in as well. Don't leave that out in place accumulators. That's Julia Tango. That's a 160 Rand place accumulator perm. So the Wednesday morning, there are 4 horses in the market that they're talking about here. 1, Johnny the Thief's priced up at 5 to 2 favourite. Second choice, number 6, Blackberry Malt, 3 to 1. 3 to 1 about the 7 Field Marshal. And the 8 Tra Qua is at 4 to 1. And they bet 12 to 1 and better about the balance. I've got some information from Gareth Van Zyl about Afropolitan, if you like a bit of that. He does say returns to the Polly, which is a preferred surface. The son of Master of My Fate is having its third run after the rest and is cherry ripe at the moment. A big run's expected and is capable of fighting out the finish. So if you do like Afropolitan, the stable does too. Tra Quat from the Tekok Yard is doing very well at home, has put up some good consistent work over the last few weeks. The son of Rafif is going into this contest fit, and he has run well on this course previously, so we are expecting a good race. If you like any of those two, Len, the stable fancies both.
Okay, Clyde. Well, I've opted to go with the top 4 in the betting, but I do think that this horse, Johnny the Thief, I mean, he's in good form, as is the stable of Matthijs Oudendal. They really are firing on all cylinders. And he's 1 from 1 over the distance, and I really think he'll take a lot of beating. I have put in three others in the pick six along with him, but I did not include the one that you mentioned, Afropolitan.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll make a note of that. The horse as well, if those you do want to include, but there's Len's recommended pick six, and Tarquat and Johnny the Thief and those horses, including Afropolitan. New rivalry here. Let's take a look. 1578 for Len. If you are interested in this particular event in adding Afropolitan, you're welcome to do so. That's number 6. Samaga Kumalo's ride. Obviously, that perm will be adjusted if you want to add it in. But Len's also depending on his banker at the back, the final leg of the pick six today. That's number 1, African Prince. Let's take a look at race number 5 on the card now. First leg of the jackpot. It's a D stakes over the 1600 meters. The 7 is not running. They've taken that out. Leave you with 9 horses in the race. So Numzon, Ricky Crail in the stable. They fancy this horse. Daryl Daniels riding it and been in pretty good solid form as Numzon. The second choice, let me have a look at the betting quickly just to see where we are with betting. For Eventador's 28 to 10, second favourite. 9 to 2 about 1 Shiny Bob, and then 8 to 1 the 5 Count Marsh, 10 to 1 and better about the balance. Eventador, the stable like this horse, Len. They give it a chance. Last few starts on the turf, back on the poly, much better suited to the poly, working well, all those sorts of things, and they're expecting a huge run from Eventador. Which of the two do you prefer?
Clyde, I can't really separate the two of them. I do like Aventador being back on his favourite surface, as all 4 of his wins have come on the poly surface. Numzan has done nothing wrong since racing in KZN, and is the obvious danger. Then I've included number 1 Shiny Bob. Although he ran a bad race on the poly, he did have an excuse that day. So all 3 must go into the jackpot.
Okay, we'll put them all in. 1, 4 and 6 in the first leg of Len's jackpot. Okay, welcome back everybody. Let's move on to our next race on the card now. And this is race number 6. It is a B stakes and it's run over the mile. All runners meant to line up. There are 9 of them going to the gate when we were doing the show with Len Mayu this morning, Wednesday morning. The favourite is number 1, the De Kock horse, number 1 Bristol Hercules. Tops the boards at 33 to 10. 7 to 2, about 8 Gentleman Joe. Andre Nell's runner. Dean Caname has got the 8 French Flame in here that Craig Zaki's riding 9 to 2. And Peter Muscat's got the 4 Plaza Accord, who's trading at 13 to 2. You can get 8 to 1 about the 6, or the 5, I beg your pardon. Zanikele for Gareth Van Zyl, and he does give that horse a bit of a chance. 10 to 1 and better about the balance. Let me just tell you, Len, what he says about Zanikele here. He says she's the best weighted horse in the contest against Mail Company. The daughter of Give Me the Green Light returns to her preferred surface, and she is at peak fitness heading into the race. She's a big run is expected from her, and she should be involved in the finish. So for those who do like her, you can be confirmed that the stable like her as well. First choice for you, Len.
Oh, Clyde, it's very difficult to have a first choice here because it's such a competitive field with so many poly specialists in the race. You've got a horse like Sundance Kid who ran an absolute cracker last time, and he only got caught in the dying strides by I Salute You, who came out and ran a very creditable race after that at Scottsville. Then you've got Gentleman Joe up from the Cape, who's got some very good Cape form. And if he takes to the poly track, he'll be a big runner. But in saying that, I still make it a very open race, and I've loaded up in the exotics.
Okay, so almost field, is it? 1 through 9, yes, in the first leg of the second jackpot, by 1 and 4, by field in the third leg. And right at the back, we're depending on that horse of Justin Snaiths, who's currently priced up at 7 to 10, a horse called African Prince. Okay, you're back with us. Welcome back to Betway's Weighted to Win. Race 7 on the card now. On the all-new poly at Hollywood Bets Greyville. They bet 4 to 1 the field in this race. That's run over 1,200 metres. Well, the 4 drive-by for Louis Quisson. They've been having their winners. They're 4 to 1 top of the boards. 1 Quentasia for Daryl Moore is 9 to 2 second favourite. Laf's got that horse number 2, Glamour's 9-2. 11-2 about the 9, Pour Some Sugar on Me. 5, Heirloom for Robin Claessen's there, 6-1. 7-1 about Copacabana, number 6 on the card for Dennis Bosch. And Robbie Yield's got the 8, Lava Bay, but that's any price, 20-1, or rather Hot Lava, 20-1 and better about the balance. I think you went just a couple, you narrowed it down, you're taking your chances, Len.
Clyde, we have to go light somewhere. And I actually liked this filly last week, Quintasia, and she was just caught in the last few strides by a drive-by. Today, she's 2 kilos better off with drive-by and a beautiful draw, a pole position, and I think she can turn the tables on drive-by. Yes, we can keep going. According to the betting, it's an open race, but I'm going to make a stand and just go for the 2 of them, 1 and 4.
Okay, and the Appy's back on Quintasia again. You like that. And 4, Drive-By. Dennis Schwartz is riding for the Louis Huerson stable. That's the recommended exacta in this Class 5 fillies and mares. We're into a Class 4 now, fillies and mares over the 1200. We'll keep the starting stalls at the 1200 metre mark. Scratch 1, that's not running. So you've got 9 horses that are going to the gate. Open race, even the market can't really make up its mind. They bet 5-1 the whole field, yeah? So a horse like Alvernian Goddess, number 6 is 5-1. Dean Caname and Craig Zaki looking to have a winner. 10 Lady Bug, 5-1, top of the board shares. Andre Nell and Serena Moodley. Then you've got Justin Snaith and Andrew Fortune in here. They've got Daphne's daughter, number 9. And she's what price? 11-2. 13-2 about 4 Sunshine Day. Same with 8 Blowing in the Wind, same price. No, it's not. It's actually 8-1 Blowing in the Wind. And 2 Get Off My Cloud is the other Canamea horse priced up at 8-1. And so is number 7 Lion in the Sky. You can see the bookmakers themselves are not sure. 12-1 about 5 Icy Lancaster. And 3 Our Lady Fate is the other one in here at 14-1. But now I can understand why you go on field, Len.
Clyde, yes, a very open race. However, I do like the look of Avernian Goddess. She needed her last run, and she loves the Polly. So back on the Polly, I think she'll go close. But I'm not saying she's a good thing, but definitely my first choice. Past her, there's anything can win it. So for the smaller punters, if they want to take a chance with a banker, maybe go along with Alvernian Goddess, but it's very open.
Open, well, at least Alvernian Goddess, that Tara Star run, the runner-up, Happy Analia, came out and won, so that's not too bad. Okay, so in this particular race, there's Len's recommendation. The 6 horse Alvernian Goddess is a floating bank in the trifectas with 1, 2, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10 as for the balance. On to race number 9, the final leg of the pick 6 now, and there's odds-on favourite for Justin Snaith and Andrew Fortune, number 1, African Prince, with a 61.5 in his back, but he is priced up at 15-20. 10 Hoper's Power, second favourite at 9-1. 10-1, 11 McDazzler, and the 7 Grand Appeal is priced up at 14-1. Yeah, 14s and better about the balance. Just a quick update from some of the stables here quickly for you. We've got information regarding Ibutu, which is Alison Wright's runner here, and says he's been battling to find his best form, dropped in the ratings. The son of Duke of Marmalade is fit and well and heading into this race well enough, although the 1200 might be a bit on the short side. Calvin Habib's riding. Benny in the area, Gary Rich says returning from a 13-week break, and he says the son of William Longsword is at his best over the 14. He is expected to need the run over this distance. And as for Hope's Power, Gareth Van Zyl says, also returning from a 13-week break, and this outing will bring him on nicely for future races. All pointing to your banker here, Len, the Snaithos, hard to beat.
Clyde, I would think so. You know, in the past, Justin Snaith, trainer Justin Snaith, you know, he hasn't been a big fan of the polytrack. And the fact that he's running the horse, maybe he feels that the horse will take to the surface, or maybe it's just that he's looking for races because of the, you know, the lack of races, these, you know, with all the rain we've had recently. but he does have some good, decent Cape form. And despite taking on some hard knockers, he does look the one to beat. And we need bankers, so I'm going to go for him in all perms.
Okay, well, that he does appoint. All things seem to point in his direction as the right horse in the race. One African Prince, Wednesday morning, priced up at 7.5 to 10. Lens Trifecta Banker won by 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 10 and 11.